Welcome back. It's Empress Melissae, and you are here on Venusian Empress Oracle. Thank you for joining me for your fairy tale message. We are going to be getting into the wild wisdom of the fairy oracle cards. It seems like there is a golden gift awaiting you. There is a gift awakening, I feel, within many of us at this time. Magical help is on its way, is what this card is talking about. So if there has been a lot of difficulty going on in your life at this time, just know that you are being told that everything is going to start getting easier. There is going to be a break in the energy, all right? It may not feel like it at the moment with this energy of the Two of Swords coming out, you know? You may not be able to see at all that things are moving in the right direction, you know? You may be feeling like you don't know what to do whatsoever, especially with the Ten of Swords coming out here today. This could be a really difficult situation that you're in right now. Or you just have a lot on your plate, a lot on your mind, or you have a lot of enemies, okay? People that you feel like are coming at you. 111 could be 3 different friends here, definitely causing you to have that sun in reverse energy, talking about that, you know, it just really almost feels like you have a lot of people around you that are pulling on your energy, making you feel drained, particularly mentally. So you could have a lot of people like gossiping around you or just talking a lot of crap, talking negatively, that kind of thing, bringing your energy down. Now that was the Tarot of Oppositions. Think it through. Yeah, so definitely I feel like you have been doing that. Gemini energy coming out strong here at this time. You know, you could definitely be seeking that balance, especially with know you are loved with the Libra energy. Could be a need to really balance out, you know, your mind so that your heart can have a little bit of a rest, because I feel like this is someone that is so stressed out, you know, that you may just feel like that where is the end in sight? When am I ever gonna get a break from, you know, life and all of the things that are going on, right? We're going to answer your question at the end with my divination coin. So guys, get your question ready and stick around for all the good stuff. Let's see what's going on here, shall we? Take a nice slow deep breath and let it out when you are ready. Thank you, angels, ancestors, way showers, and guides of the highest white light for setting a circle of protection and wisdom for this fairy tale reading. Calling back all of our power and returning evil eye back to its state of native nothingness, all right? Because that is exactly what it is. There is no power in evil. And, you know, to be able to transcend that and really not be affected from a mental or emotional state by these things, you know, can be very difficult, right? Especially when we feel like we're the only ones trying to step up to the plate and do things a better way, right? How many of you out there can attest to that? Ooh, a secret doorway coming up here today, mother and daughter. Now, I did feel like with this energy immediately that you could be a feminine energy, perhaps. 333 coming out here today. Very interesting. Mother and daughter, you could have a child, a daughter. This secret doorway almost feels like you're going to be given a way out of a situation that perhaps is either toxic or abusive in some way. Working with intuition, second sight opening, dimensional doorways. I feel like hopefully, you know, nothing has happened to this child, but, you know, I am always cautious, you know, especially unhealed people and the things that they can do. It's just so damaging. And when it comes to children, especially so. Mothering, teaching, sharing knowledge, nurturing self-worth. So yeah, definitely, you know, by taking this, you know, this opportunity to get out of this situation, perhaps you are setting a better example for your child, even if you're, you know, a mother or a father and you have a child. But it's like you're setting a different dynamic, breaking those generational curses, if you will. Silver Sisters, time to take protection, from toxic thoughts and energy. Again, with the toxic energy, as I said, this could be family, you know, with this talking about mother, you've got sisters, daughter. So, you know, this could be a mother-daughter type of dynamic, sisters, you know, however this may play out for you. But I feel like that in any case, you're going to end up finding that way out of this situation that's so toxic for you, whatever that may be. So we're going to read a little bit out of the book and see what this energy is telling us. It's a number 5, so I do feel like this is a point where, you know, again, maybe that's why things have been so tough on you from a mental perspective, because you've been trying to figure out how you're going to get out of a particular situation, perhaps. Well, it looks like that door may be of opportunity may be open for you very soon. So being able to see change ahead, but not knowing how to deal with it. 2 of Swords energy, right? 10 of Swords energy. Understanding that in order to learn something new, we must forget what one thinks one knows. Getting down to the level of others who do not know. Ooh, so this could be definitely a child. You know, you could be dealing with a toxic child at home, or someone that, you know, a child that could be taking drugs or drinking or something of that nature, and you're dealing with the results of their behavior. You know what I'm saying? So if this is a minor, that's really a tough situation for sure. Receiving messages from nature, understanding that wonderment in the is a natural process of life. So this could be a child that is like turning into, you know, like growing up, maybe going through puberty, something of that nature, right? This beautiful being is half human, half fae, and is rediscovering herself and her ability to intuit the messages of nature, of all that is. She is an awakening being who is undergoing a process of deep and real change based on her association with the Fae and her ability to finally understand that the trees in the natural world are the keys to establishing communication with the Fae, and even just within ourselves, you know what I mean? Making that connection back to the earth, grounding, earthing, walking outside barefoot, and breathing in the air, the negative ions that help us to take in even more oxygen into our body, the sunlight, and how even we create photosynthesis within our eyes, you know, to help to restore the energy levels within our body, if you weren't aware of that. But she stands at the threshold of a world that seems ill-fitted for her to understand and roam freely within. What can she do? Change her shape? Become smaller like Alice in Wonderland? Truly, in order to reach the wonderment of fairy, you must become smaller, all right? So it's kind of like not being so connected to the world, you know, in the sense of like the community and the tribe. It's more like pulling away and being more to yourself and really rediscovering who you are, kind of energy, you know? But that does not mean to become a reduced version of yourself. Rather, it means to approach them or whatever situation is currently at hand as the beginner or walker in a new land, and to be humble and willing to learn. This threshold will see her walk into another land, but she will still be able to walk in her own. See the light pouring through this humble doorway. It is enlightenment. All right, so this is you waking up. This is you seeing things in a whole different way, seeing that you can move in a different way, that you can shape shift, if you will, energetically speaking, and you can find that, you know, secret exit, if you will, to get out. It's almost like you'll be given those opportunities to get out of those situations, whether it's at work and you don't want to be around certain people, it doesn't matter. Again, this, with this particular and all the other cards coming up, feels like it's very family related, mother-daughter perhaps, also sisters involved. Yeah, so you'll have to let me know how this relates, but it definitely could feel like a little bit of sibling rivalry. You know, that kind of thing, maybe feeling like mom has a favorite, you know, whatever. There's so many different ways that this can be interpreted, but this is you waking up to the fact that you don't have to stay within a toxic dynamic, or, you know, even stay in the same room with these people. And when you realize that you have that power, 1010, yeah, game over. All right, there's nothing else that they can do for you, because you're always going to be given that secret way out. Meaning, more knowledge, understanding, and the ability to communicate. She is peering through this doorway through which light can shine into the darkening world of humans, a world that is only darkened by the thought forms that provide a kind of emotional pollution in our world. That clearly states that our thoughts, our emotions, you know, they determine, if you will, the environment of our world, the storms and different things like that. So how is our inner energy? You know, do we have power over these situations, perhaps to re-regulate our mental emotional state and not, you know, become big with that problem, but smaller as we need to, 1111, and be able to be the master that can get out of those situations, or you know, move into a better situation. And in real world terms, that means, you know, also making those concessions, being aware, you know, from the conscious standpoint, as well as being connected to your non-physical or spiritual aspect of yourself, so that you're working in consort, just like your mind and your heart, right? Both masculine and feminine aspects. It all has those polarities that must be in balance, all right? In balanced equilibrium. A world that is only, she is ready to step through and allow her imagination's wisdom to lead her into new realms, and to accept the mystery of fairy communication. They have much to share with her, and she is open to learning. Fairy circles are fairy circle about her now, rejoicing as this breakthrough, and she is breaking through her own fears of communicating with the fairy beings, or your spirit guides, or God, right? And has unlocked a doorway to another dimension, right? Because we can move from one dimension to another. There are parallel timelines and universes. Are you ready to move into a new one, is more or less what is being said here. As this relationship deepens, her health and material wealth will also benefit in powerful ways. Again, as your relationship with yourself deepens, your health and material wealth will also benefit. So be aware of that. As the fairies love to see their own prosper and thrive, and take the messages back, meaning that you rejoice in being able to say that with your connection, through your connection, you are protected, you are shown what you need to see, and you are able to move as you need to. You never are confused, you know, and you never allow others to confuse you is a big part of it as well, is what I'm hearing. And you could have people in your family that could be going against how you're thinking and the new person that you're becoming, these gifts that could be opening up for you. She is a luminal being, an in-betweener, and will walk between the worlds and in the three realms of human, of fairy, of the afterlife, the Summerland. Beautiful. Yeah, when you can, you know, it talks about in the Bible walking, you know, in this world, but also being rooted within spirit, right? So walking the two worlds. So this is you being able to move by, you know, accommodating that particular time and space that you need to, essentially, to be able to go into these doors and to be able to draw upon those treasures that are waiting on the other side. Wow, that is beautiful. So we have Four of Pentacles coming out here today. Definitely looking at what you have, it looks like someone who is more in the energy of appreciating what they have. Yeah, absolutely. And that's great energy to be in, especially with a good heart. Again, you're going to help to draw in more abundance, and maybe you've even seen examples of that happening. But you may be aware that people around you also, you know, are just keeping you stuck. It's like maybe they keep trying to make you think that, you know, what you're believing and the things that you're saying is not true, trying to more or less like affect your mind. We've got the World energy, but in reverse here. So definitely I feel like this could be causing you to feel less confident about stepping out into the world, being who you truly are, right? Stepping through these doorways that are so powerful, which makes a lot of sense. So Ace of Cups, this is all about following your heart, you know? And I feel like this is someone who is determined to do so. And by doing so, you are being shown the next step and the next step, right? King of Wands energy, beautiful. If this is you, masculine or feminine, this is definitely masculine energy, if you will, no matter what gender you may be at this time. But this is all about being in your power, taking back your power, and understanding that you do have the ability to wield your power in good ways. 10 of Pentacles in reverse, though. If you were dealing with somebody controlling, which is what that King of Wands energy could be, this could be, again, that dynamic, that toxic dynamic with what we were seeing within all of this, that has kept you bound, that has kept you away from, if you will, that generational wealth, that 10 of Pentacles that you deserve to have. But I feel like you could be dealing with a controlling person, whether it be a father, husband, it doesn't matter. Somebody who's controlling money is what I see here more than anything. Yeah. 3 of Pentacles energy. It's almost like, you know, if this is not somebody else that was brought into the mix, then this is definitely you, you know, thinking about this situation perhaps that's not working, and how can we, you know, perhaps restructure things to work more accordingly to the way they should be. Because 10 of Cups in reverse, this is definitely not something that's going well, not with the 10 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups in reverse. So I do feel like you are perhaps secretly, you know, for one, stressed out about the current situation, but also seeking that way of getting out of this situation. And something is definitely going to happen where somebody's crown is about to be knocked off. Somebody's about to be knocked off of their high horse. Somebody is about to get their karma, is what I'm hearing. Yeah, Ace of Swords, the truth. Spirit's saying that's the truth, and it is going to come out. You are going to be shown how to get out of this situation, especially if you have been following and doing things the right way according to, you know, fairness and things of that nature. Yep, 6 of Swords energy. This is definitely somebody, and I feel you, that is going to take control back of your situation and move on to those calmer waters. And at the same time, I feel like you are going to learn your lessons from this, right? We've got the Page of Wands energy. You're absolutely going to be so much happier. Even if you are perhaps not feeling so great right now because of all of this energy that we're seeing here, because it is pretty challenging. You know, if you are in the poorhouse right now, or, you know, you're dealing with somebody who likes to be in control, but maybe they don't take care of their, you know, the way things the way that they should. They don't take care of their house. That's why this tower is coming down and somebody's crown's getting knocked off. And it makes me feel like it's this King of Wands controlling energy person. If they're not an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, they're definitely embodying that energy of someone who's like the man of the house and taking control of things, right? But they're not handling the finances well, nor are they taking care of you in the love department, is what it feels like. All right, so we got push through your insecurities, any insecurities, whatever they may be, because this is a time, again, with that 5 energy. You see the moon in half there. This is the first quarter moon in Cancer. So Cancer energy coming out here. You could be dealing with a Cancer. You could be a Cancer or have this in your chart, or they do. In any case, whatever insecurities you have about moving through this situation that's causing you to perhaps feel emotional at this time, because of having to deal with so much unhappiness around this situation, but Spirit is going to change it. You know, the Tower is coming down on this 10 of Cups in reverse, 10 of Pentacles in reverse, basically something that's not going anywhere. And this person, it feels like, didn't really follow through, you know, on their end of the bargain, if you will, in the relationship. Full moon in Taurus, detoxify. So it's definitely time to clear out somebody. And again, with that Taurus energy, feels like somebody who could be a bit bullheaded, stubborn. That kind of energy is what I'm feeling with that. So if you're not dealing with a Taurus, that could be definitely just the energy saying that, you know, trust the universe. Trust that whatever you're seeing, whatever you're being told needs to be cleared out. You know, if you're dealing with a ton of stress, no matter who the person is around you, if you can't come to a balance with that, if you can't make peace with that person with it, you know, then you've got to do what you can do to help bring peace within yourself. I just saw 2112. Be humble. Just sit down, allow Spirit to help you figure this out. You know, you're not going to be able to do this on your own. We always need Spirit to help give us that guidance, all right? So that we can ensure that we're following through properly. Step up and lead. Yes, you've got children perhaps. Again, in this dynamic, we were seeing mother-daughter and silver sisters. These sisters could be the sisters of the other party that we're talking about here, that could be meddling, that could be causing issues. Maybe they're telling this person to leave you. Yeah, but mother and daughter for sure here. Definitely this is about setting a better example. If you are a mom and you're in a dynamic like this where, you know, it's not an equal dynamic. It's not a balanced masculine-feminine dynamic within the person you're dealing with or in the relationship is what it feels like. Again, no matter if it's romantic or otherwise, father, it's definitely a very controlling energy, and something has to change basically, and it will change is what I'm hearing. All right guys, are you ready to get an answer to your question? Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and bell notification. Let me know below which parts of this resonated with you guys. Let's get your answer, and again, don't forget to join me tomorrow night for Saturday Night Empress Live. That is always so much fun. Let's do it guys in 3, 2, and 1. All right, well, the answer I'm getting at this time is a hard no. And they may just have to accept that answer, especially, you know, if they want you to stay, continue to deal with all of this. You already know the truth of the situation. You already know what's really going to make you happy. I really do feel like it's moving to those calmer waters based on this situation that I'm reading for today. You guys will have to let me know, but in any case, take care of yourselves, and I will see you again soon for another reading. Bye for now.